Hi, so I'm making a video today to show you how to tag your rooms for the construction document phase of this project, because we're going to have PDFs of a floor plan and reflective ceiling plan for both Anthony and I classes. So this is going to be how you're going to tag a room correctly in Revit. A lot of you use the annotation tools in your kind of early draft PDFs. That's fine. At this point, you're fine to delete those out because we're not going to use those kind of labeling in what would be the construction sets from Revit. To do the labeling, to talk about the different, the 10 like design settings, like the haven, the jump space and all that, that you're going to be doing in Photoshop. So what you will create is like a basically empty blank floor plan, bring it into Photoshop, label it with some nicer fonts, some colors, some icons. That's what's going to go on your display board. So that'll be a little bit different, and I did upload a sample of that to email to all of you. If I get some more samples from Lynn from a few years past, I'll show you a couple others that we like, sort of how they looked at it. But what I'm going to show you today is the labeling we're going to be doing in Revit. So let me pull that up. All right, so like I said, this is what we'll see on your final sheets of your floor plan. So here's my plan here. I today went through the programming that Anthony had and tried to recreate or try to create a lot of the spaces that you're going to need, like these private offices and these more open office concepts. So this is roughly, space-wise, some of the things that you'll need, like private offices, large conference rooms. This one's huge, so I'm probably going to change this at some point. This might be my lunch area. I'm kind of just playing around with it a bit. But the other thing I want you to pay attention to is this big space here. If I start normally, it's over at the Architecture tab, and then I go to the Room tab over here. If I hover over here, see how it's trying to label this whole intersection. I don't want that because there's multiple sections in here. These corridors, I'm going to label all separately because they're pretty long. They might have a different paint finish on this wall, say, than on the wall over here. So we're going to label each corridor separately. This I'm going to label as an entryway. We obviously want our bathrooms to be kind of read differently, like women's and men's. Down here, this is really more my reception area here. This is probably my waiting area here. So I need to basically carve up this space. The way you do that is with this Room Separator tab. So it's the same thing. We're still in Architecture. Now it's Room Separator. You can draw it with lines. I like to use a shape. This shape we're eventually going to hide, so it doesn't matter if it's not exact. So I'm going to kind of roughly go in here for this one. There's one corridor. I'm getting a little error message. You might see it down at the bottom. It's because it's overlapping with things, and it's a little upset with me about that. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So here's the other corridor here. Again, it's like you overlap there. No big deal. I'm going to draw one up in here. My corridor extends probably down to about here. All right, next I'm going to do, oops, this line got a little wiggy. I wonder where that guy came from. We'll take that one out. Actually, yeah, let's redo that one quick. So that one is Room Separator, rectangle. I'm going to do a little rectangle here. All right, we're good to go. Hit enter. Now I'm going to do another one in here for this will be, oops, I'm in lines again. I want rectangle. All right, Room Separator, rectangle. Here we go here. That's that area there. Now I want one for my reception over here, and I'm just left clicking and then left clicking to drag the shape. So I left click here and then I left click there. All right, so now I have them all there. You can hide them now or you can hide them later. All you have to do is click on one of these shapes here, and then I right click and say hide in view category. That's going to hide all the room separators. But when I go to put my room tag in, as I roll over, you can see they're still there. It's still reading the geometry of that space I set up. Now, I'd suggest to you at this stage to print this out on some blank paper, and you yourself kind of work through a number like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've got to figure it out ahead of time before you start putting the tag in. I suggest, and I've always been taught, just basically start at the entry. Like, think about you as a human being walking into this space. You want to have the first number, 101, be where you're going to enter. So in this case, it's right here off of the elevator. I'm going to put it here. We can move this around later. So then I escaped, and now I'm going to double click on the room, and I'm going to instead type entry. Now for the number, I'm left clicking to double click and I want 101. This is the standard way to do it in commercial buildings. Right now we don't know what floor this is on, so double check with Anthony if he has a preference. If this were the 3rd floor, it'd be 301. I'm gonna for now leave it at 101. For my grading, I'm fine with that as long as you're consistent. So that guy's all set there. And then I go back to room and now I want here and you'll see it picked up 102. And so this one's now gonna be entry. Oh wait, no, reception. Reception. All right, there we go. Back to room. This right here will be my waiting. And you can play around with where you want this tag to be, especially as you get your furniture in. You probably, again, it's good practice to leave this tag on for your furniture plan too, because again, it helps everybody understand where they are in this big space. So you may move these labels around, you know, depending on your furniture. So if you have it in already, have your furniture turned on so you can see it. I'm going to just do a few more just to kind of walk you through the category. So this would be a conference room. Okay, over in here, whoops, oh, I did this the last time and I hate when it does this. Save project, blah, blah, blah. Cancel. Well, we don't, okay, fine. It's trying to edit it and I didn't need it to edit it. All right, we're going back to here. So if you get the same thing, just say yes and get back into it. This is an office. Now, you might want to go ahead and tell me who the director is in this office. In my case, I have this all labeled kind of on scrap sheets because I'm working through Anthony's. This is my marketing operations technology department folks. Actually, I don't think this person needed a private office, so we should check our programming from Anthony. So for now, I'm just going to put it as office. So maybe this person is going to get a private office. Let's see who that is. I don't know. Oh, project manager. Maybe we'll give them it. All right, so we're going to go over here. So I could change that name if I wanted to. In here, since this is the whole department, I'm going to call it marketing IT. So you're gonna want to give some specific labeling as you move through here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It's going to make you crazy, but you should work your way through here. This is a step to do closer to the end once your furniture is all there and your plan has been approved by Anthony and I. I just wanted to show you how to do it now. So you've got this video to watch as you need it. I'm going to, for my preferences, I would start here, work my way around clockwise. Then I would do this middle stuff last because this stuff isn't that crucial. So it'd be like corridor, corridor, corridor. I do the bathrooms, I do the storage rooms. I've got a mailroom here. So you can kind of, end with working around this inner circle again, clockwise. All right, so let me go back into here. All right, so hope I didn't go too fast in that. If you have any questions as you work through it, definitely shoot me an email, or you can always get on a Zoom and we can kind of demo together. But that, like I said, it's kind of best practices for how to label this for the construction document side of things that you'll be handing into us. All right, thank you, everybody.